Jai Guru, in this very auspicious time of the mother's time, and come to think of it, which is not the mother's time? It is Jagat Janani, and Sarvat Sabahini. Mother is everywhere. So, in my Shanti Mantra, today, my dear devotees, I am being guided to sing the praise of the Brahman as the mother. Purnamada, Purnamedam, Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And as you are traveling along this journey of the Advaita, I notice the doubts and the questionnaires that we keep dealing on the Thursdays and Sundays. They're becoming more and more powerfully entwined to nearer the truth, and the beauty of your awareness is enlightening. So Purnamada Purnamidam. This is one, that Purnam, which is coming from Purnam, and from which the Purnam is taken away, what remains is Purnam. What a powerful hymn, which means that the Supreme Brahman, when you take away Brahman from Brahman, Brahman alone remains, which is Advaita Vedanta. Sankhya philosophy talks about different. In the Shakti, that is the Durga Mata, Navaratra is finishing another 2 days. Today the 8th day, tomorrow will be the 9th day. And this Saturday would be the Dashera. Today is the 7th day of Durga Puja. Tomorrow the Ashtami. Come to think of it, that Shakti Puja, that Durga Mata. Have you all realized that this Durga, Durgati Nashini, Dvaita Damini, Sarvasatra Vinashini, Dukkha Harini, Brahma Gyan Daini, and Shanti Shukha, and whatever you wish, that the mother would grant it to you. Now this Durga Mata is apparently in the Pandal, and we have it once in a year, and maybe in some of our homes we have Durga Mata. But did you know, as per Chandi Purana, as per Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta, this Durga Mata is nowhere else other than you and me, and in everyone. This Durga is the Shakti, is the Kundalini Shakti, is the physical form of the Shakti. Now, you can see me and hear me. How do you see me and hear me? You will say, generally everybody will say, with my eyes and ears, with my 5 senses. And this is where the Vedanta says, not true. Just think, all our 5 senses working perfectly okay, but you are, I am unconscious. If we are unconscious, we are not connected to our senses. We cannot see, hear anything. If you're unconscious sitting there, can you see me, hear me? Now, if I'm in deep sleep, I cannot perceive the world. If I am in coma lying in the hospital connected with the various tubes and things, I cannot perceive the world. World is disconnected from me because the consciousness is cut away from me. And if the consciousness is totally zero, then you know what happens to me? I'm dead. And do you know what is this consciousness? This consciousness is Durga Mata. As per Chandi Puran, as per Advaita Vedanta, this consciousness is Brahman, is Turiya, and Turiya, Brahman, is Mother Shakti. And as per Sankhya philosophy and Advaita philosophy, remember last Sunday we talked about Sankhya and Advaita and Turiya. Sankhya is talking about there are many consciousness and there are many names and many bodies and many forms. And Sankhya is talking about Prakriti and Purusha. Prakriti is this world outside. Just to revise our little session of last Sunday. This world, whatever you perceive is the world, is the nature. And Purusha is that power by which you perceive, which is the consciousness. Purusha, as per Kashmiri Shaivism, is Shiva. And Prakriti is Mother Kali or Mother Durga. If you notice in the Durga Pandal, that Durga Mata with her 4 children and the Mahisasur, she is riding on top of the lion. And if you look carefully, there is a little Shiva right on top, incontrusively. It is not very significantly placed there, very small, but that is the ultimate journey. What is this Durga within you and me? And how can I be Durga? Me, Durga, not possible. Listen, this consciousness, once you get aligned to that consciousness, in the Advaita Vedanta and in Sankhya philosophy, when you awaken in the Tantric also, Kundalini Shakti, that Kundalini Shakti is the Matri Shakti which awakens and attains the Brahmaranda, which is the physical travel of the energy. But in Advaita, you are the consciousness, you are the body, you are the main, you are the name, and that consciousness alone has taken the form of this nature, the world, and you. And now look at it. 2022 Nobel Prize, 3 prize winners of physics, Alan Aspect, Joel Zellinger, John Clinton. What are they saying? That this world is not real, and it becomes only real when there is an observer. In other words, it is the drashta who is the seer. Seer has to be there for the world to be there. And double slit experiment, which you all can go through the YouTube, which is now tallying. Science is catching up with the Advaita Vedanta, which is talking about Brahman alone is only one truth, alone is real. Observer alone is the one truth is real. Now look at it, Durga Mata. Durga Mata is the Shakti which is within us. And for what? It is to purify that Mahisasur, Mahisasura Martini, that Mahisasur, which is the Asura within us, the evil tendency, Lobha, Moha, Krodha, Matsarya, like those evil tendencies, they have to be one. And once they have been killed, they are to be killed by Durga Mata's 10 hands with the 10 weapons and riding on top of the lion. What is lion? Lion is the lord of the jungle, which filled with animalistic tendencies or animals. Lion is the king of the animal, and in this case, lion represents the Viveka, which discriminates which is evil and what is right. And it gives you, once you attain the Viveka, you become Vivekananda. You attain the discriminating power of the what is right and what is wrong, and you attain Vairag, detachment from these evil tendencies of the world and so-called material wealth. Now look at it. The power of what? The Durga Mata's trident. The trident is striking the asuras. If you look at it on the chest. What is the chest? Chest is the Anahata chakra. And in this Anahata chakra is the one which gives the discrimination of the Kundalini Shakti. When it rises to Anahata, the evil rights over wrongs and discriminates and brings out the power from within you. Look at the 4 children. Durga Mata, as per Shakti Puja, is Virgin Mother. How can Virgin Mother have children? 4 children. These 4 children are not the children as you and I understand, or as the mandap apparently shows. The true meaning, the Vedantic meaning is Kartikeya represents the human body of good health, good power, courage, darelessness, fear, brahmacharya meaning abstaining from wrong things, evil things, and always telling the truth and maintaining the purity of life. When the human being attains that, he attains good health, strength, vigor, and purity of truth, attains human excellence, and then focuses on education, learning. You have sweet speech, you have enormous knowledge and skills of music and Vedas and Upanishads, and the Vedanta comes automatically within you. You attain the Mother Saraswati's wisdom. So Kartikeya, good health, power, courage, dare, and brahmacharya attains the Mother Saraswati's great spiritual knowledge of Vedas and Upanishads. And then when you have power and the knowledge, you will attain great wealth. You will acquire Mother Lakshmi. And Mother Lakshmi's great wealth, and also Shanti, Ananda, and Madhur Vachan. All of Lakshmi, all of Saraswati, and all of Kartikeya. When I attain all that as a human being, what happens? I become very proud. And I have ego, birth of ego. I am great. This is the time the Puja Mandap, as per Vedanta, is giving us the story. What happens then? Takes the birth of Prajna, is Ganapati. Ganapati is the one which gives you the wisdom and the great knowledge, and is the writer and a speaker, and also very silent, small mouth, and happy with a little thing like a sweet, and big belly, the signal of the knowledge, and always listening with a big ear of the elephant, and small mouth, speaks very little, only speaks sweet thing and wise things. When we attain all these 4, you have attained you've won over the evil of the Asura, and you've attained the Viveka and Vairag. You're ready to have Durga Shakti within you, awaken fully, and then what happens? You attain Shiva. Isn't that what a great story? And all these are the beautiful, the Matri's time, the Mother Shakti. See, we do worship and we do prayers. Prayers apparently is what? Asking for things. As if our Divine Mother, Durga or Shiva or Krishna, as if they do not know what we want. And we keep asking, God, God, please, Mother, give us this, give us that, give us this, give us that. Mother's hand is always up like this. Mother is saying, I grant it to you. Granting also. But you know what happens? Our evil mind, that Asura, comes up and wags his tail and comes up with worries and anxiety. What if it doesn't work? Mother is saying, Tathastu. Meaning whatever comes to your mind, Mother Singh Tathastu. And when you said, what if my tire gets a bust when I go to Bombay? You will get a tire bust and you will say, my luck is bad. No, you created the bad luck. So be careful with what you think and what you talk. Always be positive, because you are the Kartikeya, Saraswati, Lakshmi and Ganesha. Always remember that strength is the message of Vedanta. I will touch upon a little bit of the Vedanta, in which I want you to know just before that, just for a second, reflect upon a great humanity. You know what? The human beings are the only ones who has enormous possibility. Unlike the animals and the plants, all life forms are the beginning and all life forms are the end. Birth to death. Did you know that you and I as the human being are the only ones who has a beginning, birth, but we have no end? What do you mean, sir? That means we have no death? No, sir. No, ma'am. What dies? Our body dies. We do not die. You are that Durga Mata, the consciousness, that Turiya. You are the everlasting Brahman, always there. Body takes birth, body dies. A very simple example. There are logics and arguments to prove it to you. Very simple. Supposing I say, this belongs to me. This is mine. Think. Can I say this is me? You say, what stupid thing? I say, just think. This mobile is mine. Can I say this mobile is me? No. But I say this body is mine. And I say, this is me. This is the mistake. This is called the birth of samsara. The moment you give yourself a name, a form, a gender, man or a woman, and an age and a role to play, you have given birth to samsara. Meaning, I am separate from you. Whereas Durga Mata, which is the consciousness, Chaitanya, is one alone as per Advaita Vedanta. Sankhya says many consciousness, which is as per Advaita Vedanta, supreme of Vedanta, is Ram. There is only one consciousness. Many bodies, many names, many forms, yes. But everybody has one consciousness, which is what means in Vedanta, Ekam Sat Bahuda Vidanti. You look as one consciousness, but it appears as many. But eventually everybody is one, which is called non-dualism, Advaita, Ekam, only one. That oneness, when you look at it, how can you fight with people or see the evil tendencies in them? You see the goodness in them. You may see the evil thing within you to rectify it and make it attain that brahmacharya status. Kartikeya, Saraswati, Lakshmi and Ganesha. You can do that. Now, that means the human beings have the power of enormous possibility, because body dies, I do not die. How can it be? Look at the examples. Wright brothers, 1903, 17 December, flew the first aircraft. Nobody believed they could fly. But tell me one thing. Are Wright brothers dead today? Their body is not there. Isaac Newton, Einstein, or let's say Ralph Waldo Emerson, or Thomas Alva Edison, greatest inventor, 1086 inventions ever recorded by one human being. Thomas Alva Edison did not find it in one day. Wright brothers did not fly it in one day. They took years of experiments and accidents and damages and injuries, but they stuck on. So stickability, titiksha as per Vedanta, when you hold on to that, human beings have infinite possibility. You can dream, visualize, you attain Shiva. Meaning, visualize, dream and work towards it, act towards it. It will happen. Wright brother dreamt and visualized. Thomas Alva Edison dreamt and visualized. Nelson Mandela dreamed and visualized. And Vivekananda forecasted 1901, India will be independent in 50 years' time. Exactly 46 years' time, India became independent. They saw, they dreamed, they visualized. Why don't you and visualize and dream? Just like that. Today, let me quote to you about today's greatest character, Ratan Tata. You know, J.R.D. Tata is the first person, a great Persian businessman, was traveling by ship. Those days there were no planes, going to Japan. And you know who was traveling with him? Many of you must be knowing, Swami Vivekananda. They happened to meet in the deck and they got attracted to each other and they spoke. And Ratan Tata was deeply impressed with Vivekananda. And Vivekananda asked Ratan Tata, why are you going to Japan? He said, I want to bring Japan technology to India. Vivekananda told him, that is great. Why don't you start a research center in India? Did you know Ratan Tata came back and tried for 2 consecutive years, and English government at that time refused to grant it. They said Indians do not need science and research. You know what? Swami Vivekananda's favorite Irish disciple, Sister Nivedita, an English lady, she went all the way from India back to Queen of England and argued there and presented the case for Indians. And she won the permission back for which became TCS, Tata Consultancy Service, started by Ratan Tata. J.R.D. Tata continued Ratan Tata. What all things he did? Ratan Tata is not just famous for the best of the tea brand. It is the best of the automobiles today. He is the one who started for 1 lakh car, nano car. And then at one point of time, Ratan Tata, his car industry, Tata industry was not doing very well. And Tata was wanting to sell off the automobile. And then, I believe this story, find out the reliance of it, that Ford wanted to buy and more or less was scheduled. Apparently they said, we are going to help you out. Ratan Tata did not like that statement. He said, Indians don't need help. And what he did, he went ahead and got Jaguars and Land Rovers and bought the best luxury Tata cars today, doing brilliantly well. He is the one who started the top cancer consultancy center, Tata Consultancy Services in Mumbai. He is the one who went ahead and got the Air India for 75 years, dwindling down and down and down. And now he has brought back Air India back into Tata, has bought it. And like that, there are so many features which Ratan Tata did. And Ratan Tata is no more. Shall we silently pray for him and understand this is what is the meaning of the Vedanta. I shall talk about to you what is Vedanta, why Vedanta on this Sunday session. You are most prolifically welcome. Please join and attend. And we have a surprise for you on this Sunday, a beautiful surprise. And let me keep this. I'm not going to tell you, otherwise it won't be a surprise anymore. Jai Guru.